They thought it was just a nickel. But what they found changed everything. The 1955 Jefferson Nickel holds secrets. Few collectors know secrets that could be worth thousands and hidden markers that only the trained eye can see, from overlooked minting errors to ultra-rare varieties. This coin is not just a 5-cent piece, it's a story of American history. Hidden treasure in your pocket, and a mystery waiting to be solved. If you have one of these coins, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Stay tuned as we uncover the full truth about the 1955 Jefferson Nickel and its shocking value today. The year was 1955, and the United States was in the midst of the Cold War. Tensions were high around the globe, and back at home, Americans were adjusting to the booming post-war economy. In this time of transformation, a seemingly ordinary 5-cent coin quietly entered circulation. The 1955 Jefferson Nickel might have appeared like just another coin to the untrained eye, but it carried with it a deeper story, one tied to national history, economic shifts, production, quality, and numismatic rarity, which would only come to be understood decades later. To understand the true value of the 1955 Jefferson Nickel, we must begin with the man it honors, Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, the principal author of the Declaration of Independence and a symbol of American ideals. Jefferson had been featured on the nickel since 1938, following a competition held by the United States Mint to find a new design to replace the Buffalo nickel. Sculptor Felix Schlag won the competition, and his profile of Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello Jefferson's Virginia estate on the reverse became the new face of the nickel. By 1955, the Jefferson Nickel had been in production for 17 years, and most Americans were used to seeing its image in their daily change. But that year, something happened that would make certain nickels from 1955 stand out forever for collectors. The Philadelphia and Denver mints were responsible for striking nickels in 1955. The Philadelphia Mint did not place a mint mark on its coins, while the Denver Mint used the small letter D to identify its coins. That year, production was not particularly high, especially in Philadelphia, where only around 7.8 million nickels were struck, making it one of the lower mintage years in the Jefferson Nickel series. This alone contributes to the value of the coin. But what truly elevates the 1955 nickel into the realm of collectible treasure is the presence of striking errors, die varieties, and the conditions in which these coins survived. Among the most notable features collectors seek in the 1955 Jefferson Nickel is the full steps designation. The steps at the base of Monticello on the reverse side of the coin were often poorly struck due to worn dies and production shortcuts. A coin with 5 or 6 clearly defined full steps is considered a rarity. Especially from this year, very few 1955 nickels display this level of detail, making full steps examples, especially in high grades, worth hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, depending on condition. But it is not only the full steps that collectors are chasing. There are rumors and claims of double dies off center strikes, clipped planchets, and other anomalies which are rarely seen. But when verified by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC, they can command premium prices. One of the reasons these errors are so important is that during the 1950s, the U.S. Mint was still refining its quality control processes, and small production runs made certain errors more likely to reach circulation without being caught. Grading plays a major role in the value of a 1955 Jefferson Nickel. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect uncirculated coin. Most circulated 1955 nickels fall in the range of VF20 to EF40, which are still collectible but not especially rare. However, MS65 and above coins, especially with full steps, are incredibly hard to find due to the natural wear and tear and the original poor striking quality. Collectors today spend years hunting down the best examples of the 1955 Jefferson Nickel, searching through old rolls, estate collections, and even jars of loose change, hoping to find a coin that others have overlooked. Auction houses have seen some pristine examples fetch as much as $1,000 to $2,000 or more when they exhibit full steps and are certified by top grading services. What adds more intrigue to the story is the fact that many Americans still have old nickels tucked away, unaware that their 1955 nickel might be worth significantly more than 5 cents. Coin dealers and pawn shops occasionally receive calls from people shocked to learn that their childhood change jars may contain coins of real, numismatic value. Even more interesting is the way the 1955 nickel has become a touchstone. For a generation of collectors who began their journey through Jefferson nickels, this coin represents a period in American history where craftsmanship, patriotic symbolism, and production reality intersected, and it is for this reason that the 1955 nickel remains one of the most talked about and hunted coins in the Jefferson series. The rarity of mint state coins, the extremely low number of known full steps pieces, and the historical context of its release all contribute to the enduring legacy of the 1955 Jefferson nickel. And this coin is not just an investment in silver or metal, it is an investment in American history and in the story of a time when 5 cents could carry the weight of a nation. For the serious numismatist, the 1955 Jefferson nickel serves as a benchmark coin, one that tests a collector's eye for detail, patience, and dedication to the hobby. It rewards those who do their research and punishes those who overlook the subtle variations that separate a common nickel from a $500 treasure. And in some rare cases, coins have sold for over $4,000 when their condition and certification align with market demand. As the years go by, the number of surviving high-grade 1955 nickels continues to shrink, making those in exceptional condition even more valuable. Collectors should be aware of fakes and altered coins, as the rising value of full steps examples has led some to attempt counterfeits, though trained professionals and third-party graders can usually detect such attempts. To conclude, the 1955 Jefferson nickel is not simply a coin, it is a moment frozen in metal, a reflection of mid-20th century America, and a testament to the legacy of Thomas Jefferson. Its low mintage potential for high-value varieties and the passionate community of collectors who treasure it make it one of the most fascinating nickels ever struck. And if you are lucky enough to find one in your collection, know that you hold in your hands a tiny piece of history with a story that is still being written today.